Hey everybody, what's going on? It's gonna sound kind of weird because I'm actually doing a voiceover because the sound quality on this video is absolutely terrible, and I didn't want to put you guys through it. So here's me and my board, and the project here today is that I'm going to drill or shorten the wheelbase on this board because it has a pretty long wheelbase. The wheelbase measures currently about 23 inches axle to axle. So I'm taking it upon myself to do some changes because quite frankly steering on this board can feel very much like a truck. So but I have never drilled these holes before, so I have no idea how it's going to turn out like, or what the process is. I just have it in my head. I'm just going to go do it and we'll just see what happens. Okay, so for this section I'm just going to start taking off, loosen up these bolts here, start taking off the truck. I remove the truck, and then there's the spacers there. So what I did is that I used the spacer there to mark out, what I'm going to do is mark out the drill holes. So I used the spacer and I just used the different holes. Now I'm going to do the drill. I started out with a smaller drill, smaller than the original holes. I just wanted to get the drill through first. Yeah, so here we go. That's me drilling. Steady hand. Right, there we go. So yeah, gone through. Now I do it with the slightly larger. This is the size of the actual holes. So I'm actually not sure whether or not this is the proper way to do it. It's probably not, but in the end it turned out okay. Okay, now that the holes are done, I'm just making sure here that everything's in order. Give it a quick wipe. There's some little bits at the holes there that were poking out. So what I did was I just took a box cutter. Probably do this with a file, but I just thought it'd be easier. I only had a box cutter, so I just cut around it here. Trimmed off a little bit. Yeah, just trimmed it off there. Make it all nice and even as much as I can. So I put back the spacers, and this is where I start to put back the bolts and just starting to put back everything together. So I put back the truck here. In hindsight, I could have taken off the kingpin, but now we can look at the wheelbase. It's now just a bit over 20 inches now. So we just want to fix the nuts here. Yeah, I had a bit of a problem, ran into a bit of trouble. I had to actually end up taking off the truck part here, the kingpin and stuff, to get to the rear nuts and make sure that they're screwed in properly. And just tying this up. So if you have this board, you don't have to tie it all the way up. I mean, fix it all the way up. You can leave it a bit loose. That helps with the movement of it. So here I am. Yes, apologies for the bad audio. So here's the board. The bolt is sticking out a little bit, so maybe I just haven't tightened it up, but it seemed okay. So I haven't had any problems with it since. Yeah, so my current plans for the board is that I'm going to re-grip the board here. I've got some grip tape. I'm going to sand this back and then grip tape it. I'm going to take this foam thing at the back off. I don't really use it that much. I don't think it helps out that well. Yeah, so I didn't have much time to test this out, so I give it a quick test around down the corridor. Immediately I could tell there's a difference. The wiggle's so much easier than before. And then my son surprised me when I got to the end. But yeah, that's about it. I didn't get much chance to really test it out, but there is a difference on that particular day. And if you check out the next video, I will do a bit more testing, a lot more testing, and you can check it out then. And that's it. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye bye.